When was the last time that you bought a 30-year-old car and it came with a warranty? More on that later. Hi, my name's Harold Whiting. I'm known as Cartoons on the forums, and for well over 20 years, I've been providing technical assistance to people all over the world, by phone and the forums, everything else. I've specialized in these cars. I'm passionate about these cars. I'm one of a handful of people that is technically a guru on these cars. I don't like to say that about myself, but everybody else does, so I might as well agree with them at this point. The one thing that I'm not is a used car salesman. I'm not a car salesman of any kind. I haven't even sold a car in the last 10 years, which is why I'm here, because I have too many of them. I have to let something go. My personal car is going to be the first. I really love this car. Let me show you why, and you'll love it too. I bought this car in 2010 with 123,500 miles. Shortly after that, I did a full top-end refresh with banjo bolts, new valve cover gaskets, and brand new intake gaskets. That's all it needed. In 2014, I replaced the brake master cylinder with an E32 master cylinder, and that was about all it was done until 2016. In 2016, the car had 141,000 miles. I don't like cars that leak, and this one wanted to pee anywhere. So I pulled it into the shop, and it sat on the rack for 2 months while I replaced the upper pan gasket, the lower pan gasket, the front and rear engine seals, front and rear transmission seals, all the shifter bushings and linkages, they were all replaced. Brand new spec CSI clutch, pressure plate, OEM throw-up bearing, new clutch master cylinder, all the lines. Then I bought a driveline specialist brand new drive shaft with serviceable U-joints. No more of that problem. It's all balanced and nice. I still had some problems with a couple of the Pentison lines leaking, so I replaced every single Pentison line on the car. This car does not leak. It's also got new motor mounts on the engine and transmission mounts. I rebuilt the fuel carrier. All the fuel lines and filters were inspected and or replaced. The front upper and lower control arms were replaced. I put in new A and C pillars. The headliner got replaced. And then there was what I've referred to as the stupid kid accident. After putting all of this work into the car, I got a block and a half away from my shop, and some stupid kid in his mom's minivan changed lanes right into the front driver's side fender of the car up in the nose. That wasn't a lot of fun, but I decided I would take this opportunity to have the insurance pay for a lot of it. I took it out to the top body shop that we have here. It got a nice used OEM fender, because that's how insurance likes to roll. They didn't really want to replace everything else, but LKQ couldn't supply a new OEM headlight, a brand new OEM full nose, and all the trim up front, all the way down to the little spoiler and the splitter and everything. That's all brand new. While it was there, I took off all of the trim. I took out the front and rear windows. I took off all of the rubber. I took both fenders off. This was going to be a full car reshoot. It was going to get done right, and it was. While the trim was out, it was all refurbished. All of the rubber seals were replaced. The front and rear windshield seals were replaced. I got the car back. It looks absolutely gorgeous. So I said, okay, now the front seats don't match the paint job. So I put in new leather, both seats. All the controls are tested and repaired. Got new tires all around. This is in 2017. All 4 brake discs are replaced with Brembo discs. Techstar brake pads on all 4 corners. Rebuilt the DK throttle bodies. Now keep in mind, this was within the last 800 miles. I haven't used the car since 2016. I literally have not driven the car anywhere. I've been building the Dynan twin turbo cars and CSIs and things like that. This car basically wasn't getting miles on it, but I kept putting things into it. Now it came time to prep it for this sale. I want it to be perfect. 141,000 miles. All of the rear brake suspension bushings are replaced. New upper wishbones, fully refurbished hub carriers, new wheel bearings, new hubs. It's all perfect back there. You may not have noticed it, but I would. The glove box had a funny little thing where if you locked it with the key, you could still open the trunk. So I bought a brand new BMW OEM glove box lock and the control unit that goes behind it. So that works now. It's got a brand new alternator, 140 amp. It's also got a rebuilt power steering pump. Again, this car doesn't leak. To top all that off, I did a paint correction and put ceramic coating on the full car with 2 coats on the hood, roof, and trunk. Water beads off of this car so well that I'm almost afraid to drive over a puddle because I think the car might levitate or something, but that's really nice stuff. So you're probably wondering about that warranty that I mentioned at the beginning. Well, here's the deal. I fully believe in this car. I think you probably understand why by now. But here's the thing. If you buy the car and you're within a reasonable distance, anything goes wrong with it, first 6,000 miles or 6 months, whichever comes first, bring it to me. I don't care what it is, I'll take care of it. Now, if you back into a trash can on a Saturday morning, nah, I'm probably not gonna do that, okay? If you go blowing it up, doing hot laps at Button Willow, not gonna take care of that either. But if you've got mechanical or electrical problems, something that should work stops working, something like that, I'll take care of it for you. And I'll treat you to a free lunch in Santa Barbara, California. But you have to bring the car to me. I can't be warranting it and you take it to your BMW dealership in Missouri. So that's the best I can do. It's more than I think anybody else does. This is the car for you.